Welcome. Hold on. Get that. Okay. Well, this is new. I wish you guys could see the way I have this set up. Pretty crazy stuff. Anyway, janky is kind of like how we do it here. So, I just wanted to kind of do a little like behind the scenes, kind of a chill, I'm just the regular guy in the basement type of video. Completely unscripted. I just had an idea and we're just going to roll with it. So the first, welcome to the first episode of Yap and Listen. While I'm yapping, you listen. And today we're going to talk about Pokemon restocks and how hard it is to actually get product on the shelf. I know. You see behind me? I've caught some restocks in my time, and I want to just go over probably 5 simple steps just off the top of the dome of what I do to be able to find these restocks. So let's just jump straight into the main thing I do. So we're starting off with number 1, and that is obviously search for restocks. I came up with a route on my way to work. I still work a regular job. However, I work very early morning hours. So most of the retail stores are closed on my way to work, but I'm lucky enough that I get off early enough to where most people are still at work. So on my way home, I have a little route I take that's not out of the way at all. It's actually on my way home. I stop at 2 Walmarts, 3 Targets, and 1 Walgreens. Even though Walgreens has never gotten me anything, I should probably stop going to Walgreens. But anyway, and I do that every single day consistently. And what I look for every time I go there is signs of a restock. So sometimes I go earlier, sometimes I go later in the day, and I look for signs of a restock. So I'll go to the shelf and literally I'll take a picture with my phone of an empty shelf, and I'll mark down everything on that shelf and what it's been. And the next day I'll go there and I'll compare that picture to what's on the shelf that day. And if it looks different at all, then I know that a restock has happened sometime in that time period. So if I go there on a Monday, shelves are empty. I go there on a Tuesday, the shelves are still empty, but there's different stuff on the shelves, just different empty boxes. I know that a restock happened between those times. So using that, I've literally narrowed down my restock times to each store to the exact time they restock. And I can consistently go there and get cards pretty good. It does change. It seems like MJ Holdings changes their restock times every 3 weeks. And I have restockers change and have had different people come. So sometimes it's earlier, sometimes it's later. But yeah, just check your stores daily, try to find signs of a restock, and then just mentally map out those times and then check between those times. So for Walmart, for me, my Walmart closest to me restocks Thursdays at 1:30, and then the Walmart a little bit farther from me restocks also on Thursday but at 4:30. But meanwhile, the Target I go to is also on Thursday, also at 5 o'clock. They restock, and all the Targets in my area do 1 per person per SKU number. So if I go to a Target and there's a restock, there's a really good chance you're going to get product because they only do 1 per person. Walmart does not do that. Walmart doesn't even do a line. It is a complete free-for-all battle to the death whenever you go to Walmart. It doesn't matter who's there first, who's there second, who's behind you, who's next to you. It doesn't matter. They literally put up a little rope that says stocking in progress, please wait. And then when the MJ Holdings guys takes a picture, he literally said last time, please be nice to each other. They dropped the rope and immediately everyone started battling to the death like it was a scene of a Star Wars movie. It was insane. And I can only go by, luckily I don't really care about the big hitter sets so much, where I just want to kind of just open products and have fun and make a fun video. So I always go and do the mystery packs, because the scalpers always leave mystery packs. They always leave tins. They always leave these strange little boxes and stuff behind. So you get lucky sometime. If you look at behind me, all these like prismatic evolutions and 151 packs I've gotten at Target, and the only reason I could do that was because I mapped out the time of the restock, and it's one per person. So anyway, that's number one. Just check your stores daily until you find signs of restock, and then try to map out between those hours of when it happens. And then number two, it goes along with number one, is communicate and make friends, because I wasn't the only one going to every store every single day at different times checking for restocks. Every time I walked into the store, there was 2 or 3 other people also walking into the store, also checking the same areas. So I would go up to these people and I'd say, hey, are you trying to look for Pokemon cards too? Start a little bit of a conversation, get to know each other, blah, 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 blah. And then be like, hey, have you ever called a restock? Do you know any information about restocking? And then get their contact information. I've had so many people I've added on Instagram, and funny enough, a lot of the people I go are old, like older people, like 40, 45, very old, sometimes even like grandparents, like retired people. So I've used a lot of Facebook, you know, that old device, the app that people used to use back in the day. So I've added a lot of people on Facebook and made a little bit of like Facebook friends and send Facebook messages for people to restock. Funny enough, I've never seen a child ever at any of these restocking events. It doesn't exist anymore. Kids are not allowed to play Pokemon anymore, but that's besides the point. But yeah, just make friends. Every time I went to a Target or a Walmart or whatever, if I saw somebody looking at cards, I'd just be like, hey, are you also trying to find restocks? And if they said yes, I'd be like, hey, I'm trying to find them too. Do you have any information? We would exchange Instagrams or Facebooks. I'd never give out my cell phone number these days because you never know. People are insane. But anyway, we just message back and forth and then kind of start a relationship. Like I would go to a store and be like, hey, this store just restocked if you guys are interested. And then randomly the next time somewhere restocked that I didn't know of, they would be there and message me and we would just go from there. So that's where a lot of my insider information, I guess you could say, comes from, because I've met some people who are like literally their life's whole purpose is to catch Pokemon card restocks, and that's all they do. So it's it's ridiculous, but I've really met some crazy people, like absolutely crazy people, who will literally camp for days at a time for a restock and give me like hourly updates of what's happening. It's crazy. Super cool people, very dedicated. That was number 2. So crazy. And then number 3 is look online and try to find restock information. And I'll just straight up tell you, I use Rattle Pokemon's Discord for online updates. I'll leave a link in the video below, and I'll show like a brief little show of his Discord. In Rattle Pokemon's Discord, he has like online notifications for basically every online store that's ever existed. And whenever that store updates their site, he'll send out a notification. And then all the people in the Discord can either say, yes, this link's good, or no, this link's bad. And you can kind of see what, like, immediately what is in stock and what is not. I've gotten a few good things from using that, just a few. Most of the time it's sold out instantly, or it's sold at market price, like it's like a third-party seller off Amazon or Walmart. But sometimes you'll get something at MSRP. I did get a 151 bundle at MSRP from Walmart using Rattle Pokemon's Discord links. So if you want to use his, this is not a sponsor or a plug. I've just used his Discord, and it works really well. I don't really need anything else, because he has every link that possibly is literally any online site that sells Pokemon is in his Discord, and it will tell you when they restock immediately. So it's very useful to do. Another thing that I do is look for Facebook groups, like collector groups. I have 3 or 4 different collector groups on Facebook in my general area. I have like one for the whole state, one for the county, and then like one for the city, with a few thousand members in each. And they all constantly are looking in areas and trying to find restocks. That's how I catch the Pokemon Center restocks, because they always update that. That's how I catch store restocks a lot. Like somebody would be like, hey, I'm in line catching a restock, get here now. So join some collectors groups. I'm sure if you go to Facebook and you type in whatever state you're from, Pokemon collectors, there's probably hundreds to choose from. So find one that's good, build a relationship, chat it out a little bit, and then you'll start catching some restocks. And then let's see. So that was what, 3? So I guess the 4th thing I do is I use, what do I do for, so number 1, like I said, this is unscripted, I'm making it up, I don't even know if I could do 5. So number 1 was check every day. Number 2 was meet people and communicate. Number 3 was join groups and discords. I guess number 4 would be go to shows. Oddly enough, we'll say go to shows and local card shops. Now, I have only had one, but this has happened. I have had one card shop actually sell me stuff at MSRP, but the caveat was I had to open it in store, which is completely fine. They just said they don't want anybody flipping it or scalping it. They want people to actually open it. So if you wanted to buy, it was a, they had a 3-pack blister of, I think it was, what is it? 3-pack blister, I think, of Surging Sparks. Yeah, Surging Sparks. I had 3-pack blisters of Surging Sparks, and they had sticker promos for the 2-pack stickers for Prismatic. If you bought them in store and opened them in store, it was MSRP price. If you were taking them home, it was like 5,000% market price. But so I would say go to your local card shops and ask around. Ask if they have any stock and ask if they're selling at MSRP. Some of them might say, hey, we sell at MSRP if you open it in the store. So I've actually got that only once. The store I went to was kind of far away, so I haven't been back, but it might happen. Also, at card shows, some vendors will do MSRP if you open in front of them too. A lot of people are making content now. So I've had vendors sell me, you saw in one of the videos, he sold me a, Evolving Skies at under market price just for the video. And then another one where I had to spin a wheel and I got a pack of 151 at MSRP just for the video. So like a lot of them have like gimmicks and they have ways that they want to make content, so they're able to do discounts or discounts. They're able to sell stuff at MSRP because their content makes up the difference of whatever price they paid for it. So go to card shows and ask for sealed product and ask if they have anything that they're selling at market price. MSRP. The worst thing they can say is no, and then you just don't buy it. Don't buy anything ever above MSRP if it is still in print. 151 is still in print. Prismatic, still in print. Destined Rivals, still in print. Surging Sparks, still in print. If Pokemon Company is still printing it, it will be there. You just have to be determined to find it. But don't pay over MSRP. Why? It's still being printed. You'll eventually find some if you try hard enough. And I don't want to say people aren't trying hard enough, because a lot of this is luck. You literally have to maintain relationships with like a whole bunch of different people. You have to be at the right time, the right place. A lot of people aren't able to go to restocks because they happen during like the early afternoon most of the time, from my experience. So most of the people who are working on 9 to 5 aren't able to actually find it. So it's these literally mom's basement 45-year-old losers who just scalp it all off the shelf and make $10 each box. So I understand that most people can't actually do that, at least at retail stores, which is why I would say go to card shows or go to your local card shops. Even just call them, like just Google Pokemon card shops in my area and call all of them and just ask if they ever do anything at MSRP. A lot of them do like pre-release tournaments or events where they release the little build and battle packs or whatever, and most of the time those are at MSRP. So just try it. And then what was that, number 4? I guess, was that number 4? Yeah. So the 5th and final point I want to make. So let's review real quick. The first one we have is check every day. Make a route, check your stores every day. Find out which times they restock and consistently try to get there. Number 2 is whenever you go to the store, meet the people, communicate with them, become friends, text each other when stuff's restocking, try to build a relationship. Number 3, join communities, find groups on Facebook, find groups on Discord, find online restocks. Number 4 is check your local card shops, check your local card shows. Sometimes people are doing it for content. And the fifth and final point, the most important point, is be consistent, because my God, the burnout is real. It's crazy. There should be some scientific method. I don't have to be Bill Nye the Science Guy to make Pokemon card products be on the shelf. It's ridiculous. You should be able to just go anywhere at any time and just get cards, because the sealed product is insane. Some of the times, like, especially for prismatic, don't open it. If you ever find prismatic on the shelf, do not open it. Buy it and trade it. I don't want to say sell it, because that's kind of like on the scalper line. I feel comfortable trading sealed products at market price rather than selling them, because I don't like to specifically buy it in terms of making money or money value. Like, I don't want to see this prismatic ETB on the shelf for $55 and then be like, oh my goodness, that's worth $120 right now. Holy crap. And then just buy it and be like, oh my God, I got $100. I just doubled my money. But I think of it in ways of trading and collecting. Like, as you guys have seen with many of my videos, I'll trade towards like vintage cards or something I'm actively collecting. And I don't know, is that scalping? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think that's still kind of scalping? I don't do it with all the products. It's only the big ones. Like 151 is not worth to open anymore, especially with even like the Charizard now is like around $200, like $220. And the booster bundle is $60. So it's like, are you going to get the Charizard? No. And everything else doesn't really cover that. There's only like 2 cards in the set that cover the cost of what the market value is. And you're not getting it, dude. You're not getting it. So there's no point in opening it, especially with anything prismatic. Anything prismatic, just straight up don't open. I've opened a ton of prismatic. I've never even gotten nothing. I've only got Pokeballs. So don't open prismatic ever. It's the worst hit rates I've ever seen in Pokemon product history. And the market price is so high, it's not worth it at all. If you're opening these packs and you're not pulling in evolutions, nothing else will be able to recover the cost of market price value, like lost value of opening it. So it's not even fun to open anymore. When I open up prismatic, it just hurts. It doesn't feel fun and it sucks. So for now on, if I ever see prismatic on the shelf, I will buy it, yes, and I will trade it away for something to add to my vintage binder collection. As you guys know, I'm trying to fill up all these vintage cards. Like, I'm trying to go through the eras of cards where I first started collecting and just complete all those sets. So for those big hitter sets like 151 and prismatic, if I ever find them, I'm buying them, and I'm not opening them, I'm trading them away. The other ones like Journey Together that everyone forgot about, those are super fun to open. Crown Zenith is still my favorite set, like almost ever. You get a hit like every time. It's so awesome. Surging Sparks, I love. Such a slept on set also. Everybody just wants the Pikachu, but there's so many other cool Pokemon in that set. So those sets I'll buy and still open. Obviously, Paldea Evolved, or Paldea Evolved, whatever you want to say. I'm trying to get the Magikarp, so that I'm still going to open. Those are still kind of like not too bad, but you just have to be consistent, and it sucks. Like, if I don't check every single day, I know I'm going to miss something, and I'm not going to be able to have something to open or to trade. And obviously, I'm just starting out in like this content creation type of world. I've been doing it now for like 7 months, I think. And the whole purpose was to just start opening Pokemon cards, because I figured I was opening Pokemon cards already, so I might as well just do it on camera to kind of just document it. And then kind of like, you know, same thing with grading. I was just grading cards for fun reviews, and then that whole thing took off with the tag situation. So I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making videos, and it's getting hard to consistently make pack ripping videos because of how bad it is to get stock. So I really have to be committed to doing that, and something I have to literally check every single day, message people every single day, live in these group chats and these Discord links. And it sucks because the burnout is real, and there's definitely some days, like I just went camping for 2 weeks with no internet. Not 2 weeks, just 2 days with no internet, and I feel like I was missing out on like everything Pokemon related, and definitely sucks. So hopefully that gets better, but I am so committed to making content for you guys and just kind of just throwing everything out there and just making whatever I feel like making. And that's what I'm gonna do. I feel like, you know, maybe we transition a little bit from opening packs and we do like more collecting stuff, like trying to find chase cards from old sets I want to do, and kind of just talking about like Pokemon updates and whatever. But who knows? Anyway, I guess that's it. Those are my 5 points, or 5 ways that 5 things I do to catch restocks. So hopefully this helps you. I'll leave the link to the Discord that I use to catch restocks in the description below. And yeah, this wraps up episode 1 of Yap and Listen. I have no idea how long it's been going on for. So yeah, I was yapping and you were listening. And if you like it, comment below. Keep going, I guess. If you want more, make a comment and say, hey, yap some more. We like it. That would let me know if you guys actually appreciate this or not. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And why don't you come here and you give me a kiss?